Mayor, I'd like to call to order the special meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for December 10th, 2020, to order at 6:21 p.m. On roll call, council members Fasolo,
Here.
Golubek, Ingui, Pellegrin,
Here.
Wetchler,
Here.
Council President Balistrary,
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Erin. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey require at the commencement of every meeting a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that that meeting requirement for this meeting has been met by publishing a special meeting notice in the Record and Herald News and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well in a public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted and transmitted on December 3rd, 2020, and published on December 8th, 2020. And I think before the night's out, I'll be able to memorize this.
Okay, Mayor, on the special agenda this evening, we have 3 resolutions, beginning with Resolution R-450-20, approving Fire Department suspension, James Mills. Whereas James Mills is a member of the Elmwood Park Fire Department and the current Battalion Chief of Fire Department Number 3, and whereas pursuant to its authority as vested in Borough Code 2-28.3 at SEC, the Elmwood Park Fire Board considered a personnel dispute involving Mr. Mills' conduct as a member of the fire department, and whereas Mr. Mills is given the opportunity to appear before the fire board to defend against the accusations made against him. And whereas following Mr. Mills' appearance, the fire board made findings and conclusions regarding Mr. Mills' conduct and has determined to suspend him from the fire department for a period of 45 calendar days. And whereas the council has reviewed and considered the fire board's findings and conclusions, now therefore be it resolved that the council of the Borough of Elmwood Park hereby approves the findings and conclusions of the fire board and its determination to suspend him from the fire department for a period of 45 calendar days effective on December 11, 2020. Notice of this action shall be served on Mr. Mills as soon as possible. Be it further resolved that this resolution is effective immediately.
May I have a motion on the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Fasolo. Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to Resolution R-451-20, approving Fire Department suspension, Robert Shavasta Jr. Whereas Robert Shavasta Jr. is a member of the Elmwood Park Fire Department and the current Department Chief, and whereas pursuant to its authority as vested in Borough Code 2-28.3 at SEC, the Elmwood Park Fire Board considered a personnel dispute involving Mr. Shavasta's conduct as a member of the fire department, and whereas Mr. Chavasta was given the opportunity to appear before the fire board to defend against the accusations made against him, and whereas following Mr. Chavasta's appearance, the fire board made findings and conclusions regarding Mr. Chavasta's conduct and has determined to suspend him from the fire department for a period of 30 calendar days, and whereas the council has reviewed and considered the fire board's findings and conclusions, now therefore be it resolved that the council of the Borough of Elmwood Park hereby approves the findings and conclusions of the fire board and its determination to suspend him from the fire department for a period of 30 calendar days effective on December 11, 2020. Notice of this action shall be served on Mr. Chavasta as soon as possible. Be it further resolved that this resolution is effective immediately.
May I have a motion on the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Fasolo. Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes.
Motion carries. Our last resolution for the evening, Resolution R-452-20, approving Fire Department suspension, Harry Casper. Whereas Harry Casper is a member of the Elmwood Park Fire Department and the current president of Fire Company Number 3, and whereas pursuant to its authority as vested in Borough Code 2-28.3 at SEC, the Elmwood Park Fire Board considered a personnel dispute involving Mr. Casper's conduct as a member of the fire department. And whereas Mr. Casper was given the opportunity to appear before the fire board to defend against the accusations made against him. And whereas following Mr. Casper's appearance, the fire board made findings and conclusions regarding Mr. Casper's conduct and has determined to suspend him from the fire department for a period of 90 calendar days. And whereas the council has reviewed and considered the fire board's findings and conclusions, Now therefore be resolved that the Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park hereby approves the findings and conclusions of the Fire Board and its determination to suspend him from the Fire Department for a period of 90 calendar days, effective December 11, 2020. Notice of this action shall be served on Mr. Casper as soon as possible. Be it further resolved that this resolution is effective immediately.
May I have a motion on the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingley.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'm going to ask the council if they care to comment on the last part of these proceedings.
I wish to make a comment, please, Mayor.
Mrs. Ingley.
Just want to make a statement. As the liaison to the fire department, I would like to express how upsetting this matter was for all of us. The men that are being suspended are great. They're great volunteers and they're great family-oriented men. We look up to all of them. It appears they may have just got sidetracked by a lapse in judgment or plain and simply just made a mistake. I know when this is all over, they will be back in the game doing what they love, protecting our residents and leading their men. We need them, we rely on them, we appreciate them and all they stand for and do for our community. I want to thank them for cooperating fully with this investigation and for the remorse shown by one in particular. I also want to thank the Fire Board and the attorney in this case. The Fire Board consisted of 4 former fire chiefs, 3 council members, and the BA. Thank you for your time and patience conducting the interviews and following through with a thorough investigation in this matter. Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else care to speak on this matter?
Yes, Mayor. if
Mr.
I could.
Golubek.
I just want to impress upon the public that these situations the mayor and council have to deal with are not situations we sought out or looked for. There are issues that came up in the fire department that were brought up to the mayor and council, the town administration level, and based on our borough code of a fire board existing to deal with these types of matters, we had to do that. Like Councilwoman Ingley said, it's 4 former recent fire chiefs and 3 council members. We spent a lot of time, and we were all in agreement with, what we had to do here tonight. So it's not a fun or comforting part of the job, but it is one of our responsibilities as elected officials, and we have to do our job. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Daniel. Anyone else care to speak? No? No? I'd just like to say and echo my colleague's words here. We take no pleasure in doing what we're doing tonight. However, even though it's a volunteer organization, which we deeply appreciate every moment that those people put in, there has to be some form of order, and that's what we are doing tonight, is executing that form of order. There's nothing personal here. I'm sure these decisions were all objective, with no personalities conflicting. With that, I need a motion to open to public comment. Anyone from the public here to speak on this issue? If not, I'll close the public portion. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Mike, can you hit stop? Thank you.
We're going to take a little break here, right?